Folks, we did it. Finals bound again. Third year in a row, man. Third year in a row for the Florida Panthers. And probably for the fourth team since the 79 season. You go back with the 80s with the New York Islanders, Edmonton Oilers, and recently as, well, the other team in Florida. The Panthers made history as they continue to impress, play with heart and grit, and they come back against the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 5, and we go back to the Stanley Cup Final for a third straight season. And, boy, it feels absolutely terrific. It feels terrific to say Eastern Conference champions once again. Back to the Stanley Cup Final we go. And it's really big thanks to Bobrovsky, Carter Verhaeghe, Barkov, Matthew Tkachuk, Lundell, Bennett, and Rodriguez. And Brad Marchand. Victory Kitty. He's here. Let's go over this game. So it is Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Frederik Andersen. The game did not start well for the Panthers. The first period was pretty much all Carolina Hurricanes. As it only took four and a half minutes to get the first goal, which was from a giveaway breakaway from Gustav Forsling, and Sebastian Aho does the rest. He wrist shots it in fairly easily to make it a 6th goal of the postseason, 1-0 Carolina. Not good. That was a turnover that should never have happened. This was caught during a line change from Reinhardt. Reinhardt's going to go to the bench, but this was all on Gustav Forsling. That was all on Gustav Forsling right there. Okay. Next up, a few shots later, with Bennett hitting the crossbar, which that was unlucky. There was a penalty after a Lundell rebound, wrist shot, and the backhand that was saved by Frederik Andersen. Nikishin with the roughing penalty. It is a removing the opponent's helmet against Nate Schmidt. So the Panthers go on a power play. So the Panthers go on a power play, and there was nothing. There was just nothing but a giveaway, and no shot on target. So very shitty penalty power play for the Florida Panthers. William Carrier with the cross check against Lo Serenen, and Florida goes back on the power play, and no shot on target at all. They didn't even get a credit for one. So 2 power plays in a row, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's terrible. That's a terrible special teams situation right there. There would be an interference on AJ Greer against Svechnikov. The Carolina Hurricanes go on a power play, and unlike the Panthers, they did get shots on goal. Shane Gostisbehere with the slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Jackson Blake with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky as well. And then there would be a penalty on Aaron Ekblad as well as Svechnikov. Both were called for a difference with the roughing penalty on Ekblad, slashing penalty against Svechnikov. And those penalties do not do anything. This will still be a Carolina penalty power play for about a few more seconds. And this power play would be killed off. So we're back on 5-on-5. Stankoven. Is it Stankoven? It was actually Brett Burns. Brett Burns with a slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And then there was a hit from Brett Burns to Verhaeghe and another turnover. A turnover towards Seth Jarvis. And then Jarvis gives the puck to Aho. And of course, right off the turnover to Sebastian Aho, make it 2-0. Yep, that's how the game starts. 2-0 Florida, 2-0 Carolina, both of which came from Sebastian Aho. Seth Jarvis gets his 10th assist of the postseason, and Sebastian Aho's 7th goal of the playoffs, and second goal of the game to make it 2-0 Carolina. Awful. Awful first period right there. And they have to dig deep for the second period. So the second period starts as the Panthers are shooting the puck more. What is he doing, my cat? Victory cat. Anyway, Jankowski with the wrist shot to start off the second period, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's been locked and loaded in the second period. Svechnikov was robbed by Bobrovsky. That was good news right there. Carrier with the backhand. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. Carolina is shooting the puck a lot. And it's problematic for the Panthers to be overpowered by the Hurricanes to start off. And to make matters worse, Seth Jones... Jesus Christ, Gabriel. So Seth Jones... Seth Jarvis with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And Seth Jones with a holding penalty on Jarvis. So the Carolina Hurricanes would go on another power play. Svechnikov hit the crossbar. I don't know how that puck did not go to the back of the net. Brett Burns with the slash shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. That was a big save right there. That penalty is killed off. And after the penalty was killed off, Kotkaniemi with the holding penalty on Rodriguez. By the way, in the first period, Loserine was done for the game. He got hurt, and hopefully he's okay for Stanley Cup final. What? I'm not sure if you heard the meow. Kotkaniemi with the holding penalty on Rodriguez. So the Florida Panthers go on the power play, and they score this power play. He's assisted by Seth Jones. That's his fourth assist of the playoffs. And Aaron Ekblad's eighth assist of the playoffs. And Aaron Ekblad was shooting that puck. And Matthew Tkachuk was right there to tip it home with his fifth goal of the playoffs to make it 2-1 Carolina to cut the lead in half. It's a power play goal for the Florida Panthers. And 30 seconds later, they tied it up. Matthew Tkachuk gets an assist. That's his 11th assist in the playoffs. And Sam Bennett's 6th assist in the playoffs. And up the wrist shot, Rodriguez buries it. Rodriguez did that. Erod ties the game 2-2, 30 seconds after the power play goal. I mean, fantastic, man. Absolutely amazing. Amazing situation by the Florida Panthers to just do that. Instantly. They didn't panic. And one thing with Bobrovsky is this. Bobrovsky, when giving up a pretty shady goal, he doesn't panic. He gets right back into it. And that applies to every single player in the team. They don't panic. They up their game and they say, look, this happened. We're not going to do it. Keep your head up, and we're going to do it better. And that's exactly what they did in the second period. Amazing job. Then, a couple of minutes later, off the face-off from Lundell against Sebastian Aho, Brad Marchand with the sick pass to Lundell, and Lundell finished it. He gets a go-ahead goal. Exactly. He's assisted by Marchand, of course. That's his 10th assist of the playoffs. And off the tip, it is Lundell with the go-ahead goal, his 5th goal of the playoffs, to make it 3-2 Panthers to get to take the lead. I know, right? Victory Kitty. Victory Kitty. This is Gabriel. Victory Kitty. All right. He doesn't like getting picked up. So after the penalty, there will be a penalty roughly about 8 seconds later. Kulikov with the interference against Carrier, and that's a stupid penalty. So Carolina goes on the power play. Brett Burns with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. That penalty is killed off. So nothing to complain here. Penalty kill was awesome. Carrier was blocked by Tkachuk, which was awesome block. Svechnikov with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Brett Burns with the slap shot that was also stopped by Bobrovsky. Evan Rodriguez with the holding penalty on Dmitry Orlov. So Carolina goes yet right back on another power play. And during this power play, Sebastian Aho gets blocked by his own teammate. Scott Sphere actually hits a crossbar before that. Tip-in is Seth Jarvis. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. That was a great save by Bobrovsky. Brett Burns with the snapshot. That was stopped by Bobrovsky as well. This penalty is killed off. And right when the penalty is killed off, Bennett with the snapshot. That was stopped by Frederik Andersen. I think that was more of a clearing attempt than trying to shoot that puck in. But it was close. I know, right? He's very excited for the Stanley Cup. You know what? Come here. Ever since you came into my life, I swear, ever since he came into our lives, he has been a good luck charm of the Florida Panthers. He has came into my life in August of 2013. What do you think happened in those couple of years? Right? Victory Kitty. Okay. He hates getting picked up. Third period. 20 more minutes left to advance back to the Stanley Cup final. And it starts off with a holding call after the Brad Marchand shot towards Frederik Andersen. Carrier with a holding penalty on Lundell. Florida goes on the power play. And during this power play, at the tail end of the power play, Carter Verhaeghe with the slap shot that was stopped by Andersen. Marchand off the rebound was a wrist shot that was stopped by Andersen. And that power play is killed off. So, pressure on both teams there, hitting each other, taking the puck, giving the puck away. They're not shooting the puck until roughly 7:46 into the third period, which was a Sam Bennett tip-in, which was stopped by Andersen. And then yet another turnover. And fuck! He's assisted by Gostisbehere. That's his sixth assist of the playoffs. And Svechnikov's fourth assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shot, it's Seth Jarvis with his sixth goal of the playoffs. He ties the game. He ties the game for the Carolina Hurricanes, so we're even 3-3 now. Brad Marchand with the snapshot that was stopped by Frederik Andersen. Nikishin hits the crossbar. Oh my goodness. Kotkaniemi with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Sam Bennett with the backhand that was stopped by Andersen. Gustav Forsling with the snapshot that was stopped by Andersen. And face-off with Sam Bennett. And then 12:21 into the third period, we have a game-winning goal. He's assisted by Reinhart. That's his eighth assist of the playoffs. And Barkov, oh my God. That was a sick pass through, right through the defenders of the Blue Chris. And he finds Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe finished the puck off. I mean, there was nothing Frederik Andersen could do. Nothing he could do about it to get this, to stop that puck. With his sixth goal of the playoffs and a game-winning goal. Barkov with a slick pass to Verhaeghe to just ultimately finish that puck off. Barkov with his 10th assist of the playoffs. Verhaeghe with his sixth goal of the playoffs to make it 4-3 Panthers and a game-winning goal. And the clock is on. As Sam Bennett hit the crossbar. Jeez. Sam Bennett with the tip-in. That was look what he's doing. What are you, Lion King? What are you doing? You Simba? Are you Simba? Please get off. Please get off. I'm trying to do the recap. Gabriel. Thank you. My cat, man. Victory Kitty. Victory Kitty. After the Sam Bennett snapshot was hit the crossbar, Bennett with the tip-in that was stopped by Andersen, and Sam Bennett soon after takes a slashing penalty on Jordan Staal. That was a bad idea altogether, and I understand there was a couple of minutes left of the game. It was still a bad idea because now Carolina has an opportunity to do a 6-on-4. And that's exactly what they did, and the reaction was history. So, during this power play, shots were missing left and right. It was only Sebastian Aho with a snapshot towards Bobrovsky, which was stopped right there. Barkov's shot was blocked by Gostisbehere, but then it took it. There was a little. What are you doing? There's a little bit of the puck moving towards center ice, and that was when the penalty expired. And here comes Sam Bennett off the box, and that was just a easy shot into the back of the net. Nobody was able to reach Sam Bennett in time. He's assisted by Reinhardt. That's his 9th assist of the playoffs. And Barkov's, let me try that again. Barkov is a primary assist with his 11th of the playoffs. Reinhardt with a secondary assist with 9. There you go. I don't want to try to force that. And off the shot, empty netter, Sam Bennett ices it with the wrist shot. That's his 10th goal of the playoffs. And it's 5-3 Panthers. And it's only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time to go back to Stanley Cup final. Lindell took a really weird penalty against Aho. I was like, why? Just why? Why would you do that? Carolina goes back on the power play, and that's pretty much it. The Panthers win this one 5-3 over the Carolina Hurricanes. Right, Victory Kitty? Victory Kitty! Victory Kitty! Oh my gosh. He's excited. Are you excited? Yeah? Yeah? This is Gabriel. Okay. Anyway, when we look at the team stats, see if I can get there. 22 shot on targets for the Panthers. 23 shot on target for the... Oh my gosh, Gabriel. Relax, bro. 23 shot on targets for the Carolina Hurricanes. 48 hits for the Carolina Hurricanes. 31 hits for the Florida Panthers. What was the difference is face-offs. And Carolina was winning face-offs like most of every single time. Except by the time the later periods happened, Panthers were winning face-offs. They only won one more face-off win than the Hurricanes did, which is kind of baffles me because Hurricanes were really dominating on the face-offs. We have 36 face-off wins. Carolina has 35. Panthers with 4 power play opportunities. They got one. They got one with Matthew Tkachuk in the second period. 6 power play opportunities for the Carolina Hurricanes. They got nothing. Not even a shorthanded goal, which was close on a couple of occasions. Penalties, 7 penalties in the game for the Florida Panthers. 14 penalty minutes as a whole for the Florida Panthers. 5 penalties for the Carolina Hurricanes. 10 of those came, 10 minutes. 12 block shots for the Panthers. 9 block shots for the Hurricanes. 3 takeaways for the Panthers. 2 takeaways for the Hurricanes. 17 giveaways for the Panthers. One of them was very costly. 14 giveaways for the Carolina Hurricanes. And stars of the game, Matthew Tkachuk with 1 goal, 1 assist to start off the goalie streak. 2 stars, they give it to Sebastian Aho for 2 goals. He started off the first period excellent. And 3 stars, game winner. Carter Verhaeghe with 1 goal, which was a game winner. And again, the Florida Panthers are back to the Stanley Cup final. Cat 5. See what I did there? All right, no more puns. The Panthers win in 5, Category 5, Cat 5. And in Raleigh, North Carolina, we have never lost a game in Raleigh, and yet another game. That's got to be their, 5th game in a row now, where the Panthers score at least five goals or more on road. That gives us confidence on the next game, either against Edmonton, which is most likely going to be Edmonton, or Dallas. Or Dallas could figure out that crazy comeback that the Panthers did years ago. I don't know. It's unlikely, but we have to be prepared for the possibility that it's going to be Edmonton Oilers again. And Edmonton Oilers, they're going to want some revenge and retribution on the Florida Panthers. So we gotta be watching out like a hawk, like a panther, hiding in some bush. In the wild bush. Oh my God, Gabriel. One more time. Look at this. He's trying to be Simba. Those are my PlayStations. Okay, please get off there. You're scaring me. What? You want to take over? You want to take over? Yeah? Anyway, I'm gonna get this guy off my PlayStation. But anyway, man, yeah, we gotta watch this game like a hawk tonight. Go watch Edmonton Oilers at Dallas Stars tonight. That's going to be in Dallas, Texas, and the game matters because if Dallas wins, then the Stanley Cup final will start next Saturday. But if Edmonton wins, which could very well likely be the case, then the Stanley Cup final starts in June 4th, which is on a Wednesday. So we're going to be prepared for that. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content. That Gabriel is our special guest. Victory Kitty. I'm going to call him Victory Kitty. But yeah, man, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Everybody, have a good rest of the day. Let's go, Panthers. Have a good one.